Hello, welcome again to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be building what you're seeing on the screen here. We're building how to create a sign up, a login, and a logout form, authentication form. And we're actually going to use local storage to store the username and the sign up page, something like this. So our username, you can just put something a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sign up. This gives you dialog saying sign up successful, please log in. Instantly it changes to login, and from there I put in the details 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When I say login successful, and I click OK, it tells me welcome a day. So this is something similar to this what we're creating today. When I click logout, it logs me out successfully. Alright, so let's get started on the code. Alright, I have a blank folder created here already. I can just create our necessary files, index.html, styles.css, and our script.js. So in the index is HTML, just using the boilerplate, I have these, and I can just name this authentication setup, something like that. Now, I will have a container, and within this container, I'm going to have the three forms: the sign up, the login, and the logout form. So for the sign up form, let me just create a comment and say sign up form. For the sign up form, I'm going to have a div with um the class name of sign up form, sign up form, and within these, I'm going to create an h2 of sign up and inputs. Now I should create two inputs, both for the username and the password. So for the username, I would definitely need an ID. Let me call this sign up username. Why do I keep using this? Yeah, sign up username, then a placeholder saying username, then another input, in this case for password, and the ID will be sign up password, then a placeholder for that says password. Alright, I need a button that says sign up, and within this button I just create an on click that goes to the function, the function sign up. I just create this like this. So initially we want our sign up field to show. That's why it's going to be the one to come up first. So instead of making this a class, let me just make it an ID so we can access that. Alright, and after this I want to just, in case the user already has an account, I'll just say already have an account. That's what I'm going to ask. Then I'm going to include an a tag. href just goes nowhere. I'm going to use an on click for that. I'll just say show login form. So I'm going to use JavaScript for that. So within these, I'm just going to say login here. Alright. So just to see what we have, I can just decide to cancel what I was running before and now run this. Alright, so this is what we have. This is what we have right now. I'll sign up. Of course, we have no styles here. So it's working fine. Just cancel this. So the next thing, we want to create the login form. So let's create a comment and say login form. So for the login form, it's going to take a similar shape, similar look. Maybe I should just copy this and come here and paste it. Yeah, something like this. So instead of sign up form, this will be login form, and I'm going to rename these as login. It's going to take a type of text. Instead of sign up username, it's going to be login username, and our password here is going to be login password. So instead of sign up, we say login, and we change the text here to login. So you can say don't have an account. In case you don't have an account, it's going to take you to show sign up page. Show sign up form, and this is going to say sign up here, just like that. So if you check it and refresh, we have our login page there. So finally, we need a logout section. In the logout section, we're just going to create a logout. Let me make an ID, as I said, just an ID. So I'm going to make this a logout section, and I'm going to include an H2 that says welcome, and I'll include a span whose ID will be username display. So I'm going to display this using a JavaScript, something like this. So then I'm going to include my button that says logout. So definitely you thought as much. We're going to include an on-click that says logout. There's a function there. So we'll go back to this, refresh. We're going to find the three of them there. Now we only want the log sign up to show first. So meaning the login and the logout should be hidden. So we can just include a style here that says display of none. The same thing for the one down here. We can just copy this. We don't want this to show yet, so style display none. So we go check it out. Right now, very fresh. We only have our sign up page here. Good. So let's just get to styling it. I've not linked our CSS. So I think there's an error somewhere. It's telling me there's an error somewhere. Don't know what it is, but we can just get rid of this. Okay, I'm coming. I think username display. We have this. This is where I placed this. Okay, I have no ending. All right. So just need one of it. Good. We're all fine. Okay. And the arrow is gone. Now we've not linked our styles. You can just link it up here using the link. I'll just say styles. And our script is also meant to come down here after the last div here there. So I have a script. Within it, we have our source and just a script.js. All fine. So let's go style it. In our styles, the first thing we want to do is just take everything and make sure it's default to margin 0, padding 0. Then our box sizing should be border box, just to clear out every space and every other thing around. Now the border box is just for us to be able to assign it our width and height and know that it's always going to maintain that and not include the padding as part of the item width. Alright, the body. We can give our body a display of flex. So in case just for us to see side by side, we can just put it this way. So now I'm styling the body. So I can say our body should be display flex. I'll justify the content to the center and I'll align the items to the center. So here definitely have to give it an height of 100 VH so we can see it in the center. A background color. For the background color, let's just say, let me think. I think we can just give it something like this: F0, F0, F5, something a bit white. So something like that is okay. All right, then we're done with the body, I think we should just go to the container. So for the container, which is this is a class up here, the container, we can just give it a width, 300 pixels, padding of 20 pixels all around, and background color, let's just give it white. Alright, a box shadow, we can give it a box shadow, not box line, box shadow. Then we're going to have 0 pixels, 0 pixels, let's say 10 pixels, then RGBA, 0, you know how it works. So 0, 0, and I can just give this 0.1, no, not 0.1, so just like that. As for our container, then I can just give it a, what else? A border radius, I can give it a border radius of 8 pixels. I can give a text align to the center, so everything text to the center. We can check it out. Yeah, this is it. Here it is. Oh, well and good. Now just style the inner part. So let's start. Let's start with our sign up. H2. So for the H2, I can just give it a color. Let me just give it a color. Yeah. Then let's start our input. So our input, we want the width to be 100%. I want the padding all around 10 pixels. I want a margin for the top and bottom, 12 pixels, left and right 0. And I want a border of 1 pixel solid, and what do I have here? Yeah, that color. I think that's okay. And we can give it a border radius too. Border radius of 4 pixels. That's for the input. What else is there to style? We can, yeah, I'll have to style our button. So our button, we can give it a width, also a width of 100%. I can also give it a padding of 10 pixels, a background color of let me just use this. Yeah. Alright, then a color of white. I can just use my, then border none. I don't want a border, and a border radius of 4 pixels, cursor pointer, margin bottom of 1 rem, then an over effect for the button. So the button, when I over, I need a background color of basically almost similar things, but a bit different, just a different shade of it. Alright, then a paragraph. I want a font size of 15 pixels. And for my anchor tag, which is somewhere here, this my anchor tag, I just want a color of saying CAF50, kind of almost the same color, just trying to pick a different shade of it. And text decoration, I don't want it. And when I hover on it, I want to show the text decoration. Alright, basically this is a basic style. You can include yours along the way, it's up to you. Let's just see what we have. Voila, this is what we have, and we have our sign up ready to go. So if I click on these, nothing will happen because we have not worked on the functions. So we can just go back and start using our script. So for the script section, all we want to do basically is access the IDs that we have. So I can just shift this a bit here just for you to see what's going on here. So we're going to take the sign up form, the login form, and the logout section, the three of them just like that. So we can actually work on it and give it the required function. So first thing we can do is just try to get our forms and sections and assign them to a variable. So I can say const sign up, should I say sign up form equals the document that gets elements by ID. So remember the name we gave it was sign up form. So we give it a sign up form, and that's that. We can do the same thing for the remaining one. Login form, that was meant to be a capital F, and document gets element by ID. Then I'm just going to call this, which is what we give it, not really me calling it, login form. Then we have the logout section. So I'll just say logout section document to get elements by ID. Then I'll just say the same name, logout section, just like that. So we need to first work on these functions. This function where we have the show sign up form, and this in the place where we have the show login form up here, the show login form here. So just going to work on that. So first then create a function for the show sign up form. Here we're going to just take our sign up form. Now for the sign up form, initially it's showing, and this is what we want to show. When we're saying show sign up form, it means we're trying to switch from the login section and login form to the sign up form. So meaning we want the sign up form to display. So we can just say style, access the style, and say display. Let me create it to block. So for the rest, we just have to make the displays none. So we can just pick this using Shift Alt and pick them down and change this from sign up form to login form and make this none. The same applies to logout section. Make this none, just like that. So we're going to create similar function for the show login form. Where is it? Where is it? Let me say show login form, so I can just copy it, just like that. So I can decide to just copy everything here, bring it here, paste it. My sign up form should not show. My login form should show. So that's what we have here. So the site should function now. If I say login, it should show the login. I think I need to refresh it. So login showing the login, and sign up shows the sign up page. Good. That works fine. So the next thing, I just create our function for the sign up and the login. So for the sign up, I can just say function sign up. Now the sign up, what we're actually creating here right now is this one for the button here, this sign up function. That's what we're creating. So we're saying function sign up. Now for the sign up, we need to get in the username and the password the user is bringing in. And if you notice, we have an ID for that, the sign up username and the sign up password. So that's what we're going to be accessing right now. If you want, you can select it. In fact, let's do that. But since we only need it within the sign up and we name them explicitly to be sign up username, I think it's better we just do it within this and apply whatever it is we have to apply to it. Alright, so to get our username, we can just say const username equals then document dot get element by ID, and within this we just pass in the sign up username ID. We give it sign up username ID. We'll pass it to it. Then we access the value, just like that. Then we do the same thing for our password. So I can just always copy it down and change this to password, get element by sign up username password, that's value. So I've gotten the two values. All we need to now, the next thing we need to do is to confirm that the user have actually entered in something that is of value within it. So I'm going to check if we don't have a username or we don't have a password. How am I able to type out today? Alright, password. Then we're going to alert them and tell them to enter in both the username and password. So we can just say, please enter in both username and password, just like that. Alright, and we don't want it to continue with the function, so we can just return and it takes them out of it. So, but if they've entered in a valid username and password, we can now check our local storage, which is something we're going to set up later. But right now, we're going to assume we already have it. I'm going to say you should get the item for the username. So as I said, we're using local storage for it. So we're going to alert them after checking to see if the username exists already. We're going to alert them and tell them that this username already exists. I should choose a different one. So we can say username already exists, and this is going to check it within the local machine. So it's not checking it worldwide or something like that. Just within the local machine to see if they've created a separate account that was similar to whatever it is they're trying to create again. That was a birthday. Okay, so please choose a different one, just like that. Else, if it's a new one, it's going to save it. So I'm going to say local storage dot set item. Now I'm going to take the username, which is the name of what I'm storing, something like that. I'm going to store the password with it. Alright, then I alert them and tell them they've successfully signed up. So I just say sign up successful. Now say please log in. Yeah, just like that. So after this, then I might now decide to show the login form, this login form automatically, if you notice. So after clicking it, I want it to show automatically the login form. So I just come here and paste this in, just like that. So this is for the sign up function. That's all we need to do. We now need to create the login function. So the login function, I can just say login. It's going to take almost similar approach, but for this, you can just copy this too. We come here and paste it. Now we're getting the username and the password again, but instead we're getting the login username and the login password. I believe that's what we named it. Login username and login password. So next thing, also want to check if they have entered both the username and password. We're going to copy this if statement here, paste it here. It's going to check for that. And once they've entered in something variable, we're going to take in the password. We're going to store it. So we're going to say, we're going to check for the stored password rather to see if it's the same. So we're going to say local storage dot get item. So based on the username they entered, we're going to check this local storage to see the password that was stored with it. Like this password is stored as a reference to this. So it's going to use the username they entered to get the password they had, the original password used in setting up the account. And it's not going to compare now. We're going to compare to see if the password they have entered is the same with what is on the stored password. So first then, we're going to check if the stored password actually exists. And if it does, if it does, we're now going to check, also going to check if the stored password is the same as the password up here. So let's just explicitly check for it instead of the one equal to. Alright, now we're going to set it, local storage, the set item. We're going to set item for the login user now. We want to store the login user. So this is another reference. Login user. I'm going to store it another reference username. So yeah, we're setting two things. We're setting the username in reference to the password and the password reference to the username, and now the username reference to the logged in user. So this is what we'll be checking if you want to check the status of if the user is logged in or not. So we're going to alert and say login successful. And once login is successful, we want to check the login status. So I think I'll create that as a separate function. So here I'll just say else alert them that they have entered an invalid username or password. We don't know which one is wrong. So invalid username or password. So yeah, I want to check the login status. So I'm going to create another function for this to check the login status of the user, just to check the login status. So let's create a login status function. So I just copy this. Now I'm going to say function check login status. First, I'm going to get the username of the logged in user, local storage get item of this logged in user. So if the username exists, then I'm just going to get the text content to the username display so that I can put it within the login in this section here. Let me show you this username display here. Remember, once you're logged in, I want to be able to place in their name here. So I'll just get it. I think that's get elements by ID, and I'm going to say username display. I think that's what I gave it. Display. Let's see. Yeah, username display. So if you have my username display, then get the text content. And I'll just equate that to the username up here. Alright. So definitely I want to make sure the sign up and the login form are not showing at all if they're logged in. So I'll just come here and pick the sign up and the login form. I'm going to make the both of them none. Where is it again? So I'm going to paste this somewhere here and make this none. Sign up and login form to be none so they don't show, but yeah, definitely it's going to work that way. So we have the sign up and the login form already stated up here. All I'm doing right now is just to set their display to none. So all I want to show now is the logout section. So I'm now going to pick the logout section, which I already have here. So the logout section, I'm going to say logout section dot style dot display. I don't know what's happening. I'm not able to type today. Display equals block. Alright, so there we go. And here we just say else if it does not exist, we just show them the login form again. So that's all about the check login status. So what's the final thing we need to do? I think that's the logout function. That's what we need to do. So just create a function for the logout. So I just come and say function, and I'm going to say log out, which I believe is the name of the function we gave it. Let's just check to confirm the logout, 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 logout. So yeah, this is it. So for the logout function, so that when they click on it, it's going to log them out. We're going to remove the item of the logged in user. So we're just going to say logged in user, which is this. So we're going to remove it. And we're going to alert them and say logged out successful. Or should I say successfully? You've logged out successfully. Yeah, something like that. Then we're going to check login status again. And that's that. So we tell them logged out successfully. And once it's checking back the login status, it's going to see that the logged in user doesn't exist again. It's unable to get this value. So it won't show this. It's going to go straight to the show login form. Just like that. So just unload whenever maybe they reload or something. The first thing is going to always have to do is check login status. I can just put it this way. All right, that's all about the function. That's all about this. Let's just check it out. So if I remove this aspect and just run it like this, then we have to sign up, login, sign up, login, sign up. So let's sign up. Let's say we have James coming in, and James has a password of James. So successful, sign up successful, please log in. I come here and say James, and I say, for instance, if I want to put this in the wrong password, and I say Kate, instead it's telling me invalid username or password. But when I put in the right password, James, login successful, and it tells me welcome James. Now I can log out. Now, logout successful does not seem to be working right now, so we can just go back to check what's really happening. So when we say logout successful, is meant to take us out of the logout dialog here. So let's go check the code out. So for the function of the logout, where is it? It's going to remove the item of the logged in user. Oh, UR. It's meant to be user. So that's the mistake there, and it's worked fine now. So I believe you learned something. I hope you had fun working with it. Alright, that'll be all for now. Have fun and please do well to subscribe. if you like the video. Thank you and see you in the next video.